What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're over here. That means we're talking DC today. I got McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse, Sinestro on the table. Let's see what's going on. Let's check it out.
Now tuning into the encountered culture.
Being erased, I'm being replaced. Counter-culture's in your face. Trying to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.
As promised, today we are looking at DC Multiverse Sinestro. This is under the McFarlane Collector Edition banner. Of course, this is what we got. But let's take a look at the box. Of course, inside the box, we have the figure. You have the power effect. You do get that collector card on the stand. And, of course, the yellow lantern. Looks like we also have our typical base in the back there. I am liking the card on the stand. You know, the cards were always a nice touch with McFarlane. Having that stand gives it just a little bit more. All right, so there's your side. DC Multiverse, Sinestro. Of course, on the silver sort of backing there. 6. Sinestro Core War. Boom, nice comic image on the back. Looking pretty good. Some information down at the bottom there just in case you need it. Flip it to this side. A little bit more on this side there. So you do have McFarlane Collector Edition just shining so nice there. Sinestro Core War. Nothing at the top other than your 22 moving parts and McFarlane Toys logo. On the bottom, there's all your important information. Let's see how he looks out of the box. Fresh out of the box, I'm happy to finally add a Sinestro to my collection. I have some yellow lanterns from like the DC UC lines and older DC lines. So Sinestro just always seemed to be one that I couldn't get my hands on. So I was definitely excited when this was announced in the McFarlane line. Happy to finally get it. Let's take a closer look, see what we got going on. So of course you do get some accessories here, right? So you get your stand. You do have the yellow lantern in a translucent plastic. I like translucent plastic, right? And then you have this sort of power effect also in that translucent plastic. So that's pretty neat. Definitely could have used some extra hands. You know, it's one of those things. Like some of the McFarlane figures come with extra hands, some don't. This carries over with several toy lines, right? So I get that there are reasons for that, cost cutting, whatever. But certainly, when you have open hands, I like it. Maybe I don't always want the open hand. Just one extra closed fist probably would have been sufficient in that regard. But let's talk about some good things. All right, so I really like this face sculpt. This looks so good. I just think it's a very nice caricature of the character. Really nice detail in there. You get the green eyes. You know, the hair looks good. There's a nice little fade going on. He's got the mustache. You know, I just think it's a really nice job on the head. Coming down to the hand, so of course you have the ring there. That looks good. I like the color. You know, they chose a good pinkish color for the skin. As far as articulation is concerned, so you do get. Well, first, this is. I mean, I feel like this is the last few DC figures that I've purchased. Pretty loose up in the shoulder area, but so you do have what amounts to a sort of like modified butterfly joint in the shoulder there. You can pull it enough to see down into the chest cavity. You do have a rotation at the upper bicep, the shoulder, and at the upper bicep there. Of course, you are double jointed at the elbow. Nothing at the forearm. Come down to the wrist. So you do have your full range of motion there. The ball looks improved. They've definitely gotten better with that. It's not as noticeable, so it seems more streamlined in there. So certainly am a fan of that. All right, same on that side. Coming to the torso, you do have a little bit of movement in the upper torso. Seems very stiff. Of course, you can just heat that up and work that, but yeah, I mean, you're not getting everywhere with that, but you can get something out of it. Right, there you go. All right, and then, of course, at the lower torso, sort of into the hips, you do get that as well. So if you are able to, kind of get it warm and move, you have some additional range of motion throughout the torso, which is always nice. Coming down to the legs, so you can kick out about that far. He'll kick up like so. Coming back, you can get a pretty decent amount going backwards, but you do start to see the hip joint come out there. Softer plastic through the groin and butt area. Coming down, you are double jointed at the knees. Nothing at the upper thigh per usual, and nothing at the calf either. Coming down, you have a full range of motion at your ankle. You can move any way you want. Again, with this ball, slightly less noticeable. The yellow is a little bit different color, so that's sort of a nitpicky thing. Not a total fan of that. It would have been nice just to have it a consistent color throughout, but at least the ball is less noticeable. And then there is your toe as well. Looking at the head, he can look down just about that much. He'll look up like that. He can go all the way around, side to side. You get a pretty good amount side to side, actually, so that is fairly decent. There you go. Here he is with everything that comes in the box, all around a decent figure. Could there be some minor improvements? Of course, there can always be minor improvements. Why would we be here if we weren't going to talk about that? But that's not the point, right? The point is I buy the figures I like. I buy the figures that I want to add to the collection. Not here to complain about it. Just to point out a few things. But all in all, it's perfectly fine for what I need it for in the collection. I've already got a spot. You'll see the picture at the end. I'm okay with it. Could have used some extra hands, of course. Could have had, more consistent paint down at the ankle. Absolutely. Maybe some different power effects. That would be cool as well. But I kind of like this one. At first, when I pulled it out of the box, I was like, I don't know. This is okay. But I do like it. I think it'll look good in the collection. Like to hear your thoughts about it. Whether this was a figure you were looking forward to, you don't care at all, whatever, you're indifferent, you can let me know that too. We're just here to talk about toys. So let's talk about the toys. Let's have a good time, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you got something out of it. Whether this is your first time here, you've been here before, definitely appreciate you dropping in. Don't forget to check out Instagram. Don't forget to check out Whatnot. But of course, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.
I'm being erased, I'm being replaced. Counterculture, it's in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.